is the third lesson in the 3D geometry unit. It's volume and surface area of rectangular prism. The homework that goes along with this is page 9 and 10. All right. Pause your video and do this problem. What is the area of the cross-section formed by a vertical slice of the solid? Assume the slice is at the midline. All right, well, vertical means you're going up and down. And if I am slicing it from the top to the bottom, my slice is going to look like this. Am I going to have half of a circle and a triangle? So, to find the area of that cross section, my area of half of a circle will be 1/2 pi r squared. What will the radius be? It'll be 11. So, area is 1/2 times 3.14 times 11 squared, which is 189.97. I used 3.14 for pi. The area of the triangle, 1/2 base times height. So here's my triangle. The base is 22 and the height will be 21. So area is 1/2 base times height, which is 231. So the area of that whole cross section, which is the half of the circle with the triangle, I'm going to add these. And I get 420. And it's centimeters squared, because remember it's area. Pause the video and do this one. Okay, it says, what is the area of the cross-section formed by a vertical slice of the solid? Assume that the slice is parallel to the base. Again, vertical slice means it's going down. And this is our base. So I'm going to do parallel to the base. Isn't my cross-section going to be a triangle and then a rectangle? Because I'm going to slice it down through here. So, again, I'm going to do area of the triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. So my base of my triangle is 11. And the height of my triangle is 4. That'll give me 22. And the area of the rectangle, the length times width. My rectangle is 6 by 11. That's 66. I add those two together, I get 88 square meters. Will be the area of the cross section. All right, volume and surface area of rectangular prisms. You are looking on your formula sheet. Volume is length times width times height, and surface area, 2 times the length, or 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH. I think volume is super easy. Surface area, you just need to keep track of where you substituted what. So, we're going to do this first problem. And it does not really matter which, in a rectangular prism, which you call the length, the width, and the height. I'm going to call this the length, the width, and then that's the height. But it really does not matter. 5, 4, and 3. So, volume, length times width times height will be 5 times 4 times 3 is 60. And in volume, you are doing cubic centimeters. In class, I will show you visuals about what volume is. Volume is the inside of a prism. It's what it holds. Surface area, if I wrapped this whole thing in paper, the surface area is all the outside faces. So, we're going to use our formula. 2 length width plus 2 length height plus 2 width height. Substitute. 2 times 5 times 4 plus 2 times 5 times 3 plus 2 times 4 times. If that makes sense, 5 times 4 is the bottom. I've got two of them, bottom and top. 5 times 3 is this space right here. I've got two of them, front of them. And 4 times 3 is this side, and I've got two of them. So basically finding the area of all of the rectangles and adding them together. You end up with 94, and the formula is going to be centimeters squared because or the units because it is area. All right. Example 2. Which lunchbox holds more food? Well, think about it. If I want to hold food in these lunchboxes, isn't that on the inside? So I'm looking for volume. So my volume of A is going to be length times width times height. So that'll be 3.75 times 7.5 times 10. When you find that volume, you get 281.3 cubic inches. So if I pack that thing super tight with food, that's how much I could fit. B's volume, again, volume, this is not area. Why am I writing A? Volume is length times width times height will be 3.75 times 8 times 9.5, and the volume there will be 285 cubic inches. So, which lunchbox holds more food? Box B. Okay, Domingo built a toy box, 60 inches long, 24 inches wide, and 36 inches high. He has 1 quart of paint that covers about 87 square feet of surface area. Does he have enough paint to paint the toy box? Well, think about first. If I'm painting the outside of the toy box, aren't I covering the surface area? So that's the first thing you need to do. You need to figure out what you're looking for. We're looking for surface area. Now, this is key. The paint covers 87 square feet. So, I would love to have my surface area in square feet. Look, they gave us inches. So, 60 inches, isn't that 5 feet? Because you would divide by 12. 24 inches is 2 feet. Because you divide by 12. And 36 inches is 3 feet. You would divide by 12. I'm going to call this the length, the width, and the height. So, we are using our surface area formula, which is 2 length width plus 2 length height plus 2 width height. And I'm going to substitute. So I'm going to have 2 times 5 times 2 plus 2 times 5 times 3 plus 2 times 2 times 3. And when you figure that out, you get 62 square feet. So my total surface area for the toy box is 62 square feet. He says he has 1 quart of paint that covers 87 square feet. So does he have enough paint? Yes. He has enough. Because it's only 62 square feet. Alright. When making a book cover online, adds an additional 20 square inches of the surface area to allow for overlap. How many square inches of paper will Onward use to make the book cover for a book that is 11 by 8 by 1? Think about it. Again, are we doing volume or surface area? If I want to cover this book, it's going to be surface area. So, I'm going to call this the length, the width, the height. So, surface area, 2 length width, plus 2 length height, plus 2 width height. And if I substitute 2 times 11 times 8 plus 2 times 11 times 1 plus 2 times 8 times 1, I get my surface area is 214. But in the original problem, they said he wants to add an additional 20 square inches for overlap. So 234 square inches. Let's get a fish aquarium is shown. What is the volume of the aquarium? Well, the volume would be length times width times height. So I'm going to have 24 times 12 times 14 is 4,032 cubic inches. So it's a toy company makes rectangular sandboxes that measure 6 by 5 by 1.2. The customer buys 40 cubic feet of sand. Did the customer buy too much or too little sand? Well, if we want to fill in a toy sandbox, I need to find its volume. So the volume is going to be length times width times height. 6 times 5 times 1.2. I get volume is 36 cubic feet. They said he bought 40 cubic feet of sand, so I bought 4 cubic feet too much. Last problem. The diagram shows the dimensions of an office. It costs about 11 cents per year to air condition 1 cubic foot of space. On average, how much does it cost to air condition the office for 1 month? Well, the first thing I need to do is figure out how much air is in the office, so we need to find the volume. So volume, okay, times width times height is going to be 12 times 32 times 25, and the volume of this office is 960 cubic feet. Now, they said it costs about 11 cents per cubic foot per year. So, if I multiply this by 11 cents, I'm going to get 1,056 per year. However, they want to know how much it costs per month. So there's 12 months in a year. If I divide this by 12, I get $80 per month to air condition.